Today, we will have a brief introduction of Growatt new generation low-frequency off-grid inverter system installation. The core parts of the whole energy storage system is SPF 6000T DVM-G2 single-phase off-grid inverter. There are two models in G2 series low-frequency off-grid inverter, covering the 3 kW and 6 kW AC power rating. The main difference between the DVM and HVM models is that the DVM model provides two output sources, 120 volts and 240 volts based on the different output ports, but HVM model only 230 volt standard power. AXE battery is LFP chemistry to guarantee its excellent safety. The modularity of the AXE LV battery system makes it easy to installation with internet plugs. Each battery module is 5 kWh. Maximum of 10 modules in parallel for one cluster. The capacity of a single cluster could reach 50 kWh. If you need more cluster in parallel and then need to use our battery hub device that can realize 8 clusters in parallel, and system capacity will be up to 400 kWh. Wi-Fi F and GPRS-F monitoring devices can be used for G2 series inverter. Please inspect the unit and make sure that receive below items. The upper cover includes LCD display screen, status indicator, charging indicator, fault indicator, function buttons. BMS port connects battery's BMS communication port. RS-485 port for expanding external communication use. PV input port connects PV strings. Current sharing port for same-phase parallel inverter connection only. Parallel communication port for inverter parallel operation communication use. USB communication port for PV keeper local monitoring platform only. Wi-Fi and GPRS port connect Wi-Fi for GPRS-F monitoring device. Power on and off switch button used for turning on and off the inverter. Dry contact port provides a switch signal for external device. AC input port connects grid power. AC output port connects loads or distribution box. Battery input port connects 48 volts battery system. Before installation, we need to prepare the tools. Do not mount the inverter outdoors since the inverter is IP20 protection grade design. The ambient temperature should be between 0 and 50 degrees Celsius to ensure optimal operation. The recommended installation position is to have adhered to wall vertically. For proper air circulation to dissipate heat, allow a clearance of approximately 50 centimeters to the side and approximately 80 centimeters above and below the unit. The mounting board hole distance is 180 millimeters and use the 3 screws in the fitting bag to lock. After that, can connect PV, AC input, and output wire to the inverter port. First, remove all the dust-proof cover attached to the battery module. Adjust the AXE battery base to ensure it on the floor horizontally. Stack one AXE battery module on the base. Then stack the second and more battery modules. Floor installation needs a base. The maximum stack number of the battery modules is 10. Install the safety part between each battery module. Connect the PCS port of the top battery module to the inverter BMS port by the communication cable, and then connect AXE 5.0 liters cable to the battery. For the other side red cable connect to the inverter BAT positive port and the black cable to the inverter BAT negative port. If the breaker between the battery and inverter is required, we recommend using the DC breaker with a rated working voltage greater than 80 VDC and a working current greater than 150 amperes. Once finished all the installation, the next step is to power on the whole system. Press the power button of any battery pack for 3 seconds to power on the battery system, and the SOC indicator will flicker for a short time and keep always on finally. After the battery system was powered on, then can turn on the switch of inverter. Pressing and holding the enter button for 3 seconds, the inverter will enter setting mode. Press the up or down button to select setting programs. Program 05. Battery types include LI, Use, Flood, AGM. If you connect the lithium battery to inverter, please press the down button to select LI and then press the enter button to save it. Program 91. You need to press the down button to select L51 for AXE battery and then press the enter button to save it. When the inverter is on the normal battery mode, the screen shows normal and LED is green, then you can turn on the AC input and a PV input breaker. Note: if the inverter didn't enter the normal mode successfully, especially the LED is red, please contact Growatt service engineer for help.